No, Freezer Dono, Yamate!
Hello there everybody, and welcome to Staring At for Dragon Ball Super Episode 108. The one where Frieza is quickly becoming best girl. This episode, for better or worse, was essentially one long fight scene. We check in with Goku for a moment, who's still fighting Madoka after she dropped out of Weight Watchers, and quickly cut to Gohan. I'll admit, when I saw that we weren't going to see Goku punch the ragu out of the Pillsbury Magical Girl, and that we were instead going to see Gohan continue to be the same wimpy Pseudo Saiyan he's been ever since the Cell games, I was kind of bummed. And then Frieza shows up. To set the stage, Gohan is ambushed by Universe 2's Jimmy's, a yard rat that has absolutely mastered instant transmission, and uses it with ease that could have served Goku stupidly well. The equivalent of a frame trap in a poorly tested fighting game, bouncing around and punching someone before they even know where you are. The sheer ease in which he teleports around like Shadow the Hedgehog on meth is frankly an astounding use of a skill that we all thought was just a plot convenience for when Goku had to Deus Ex Machina something and he was too far away to walk there. Jimmy's bounces around like a lightspeed pinball, beating the pulp out of Gohan, and then Frieza just pops up. He just pops out and is like, oh hey, this is a cool fight, I guess. I honestly wasn't sure what to make of his appearance, but the sheer playfulness and even the sadistic joy that drips from Freezy Pop's voice is just delicious. He lets Gohan continue his fight with Jimmy, with dibs on next. Whoops, no, sorry, he's bored, his turn now. This seems to confuse just about everyone that's not a Frost Demon, and Frieza's little jab here about Saiyans seeming to always pull their punches and never show an opponent their real power is a really good stab at the Son family's extremely bad habit, and really rings true now. If you were to add it all together, I'm pretty sure every other Saiyan in this tournament has spent about 20 times longer in their full power than the Son flavor Saiyans. And the fact that it's the accidental creator of Goku's superpower dye job saying it is just so cathartic. To demonstrate why you should give your opponent the courtesy of your full power, he immediately destroys Jimbo. I mean, who else would have a plan for someone that could instant transmission? I wonder if Frieza's maybe spent the last, 20 years trying to figure out, okay, yeah, instant transmission, this is a big deal, maybe I should deal with that. Jimmy's is brought to the brink of death by a whole bunch of multi-death beams that thankfully miss all his vital spots, and then he's just tossed off the side like some trash. I'm honestly not sure whether he even lived or died, since Frieza seems to imply that if Jimmy's dies outside of the arena, it's not a rule break, but that's not really clear. It kind of feels like these guys have a better grasp of the rules than we do, even though we have the benefit of an omniscient perspective, but alright then. I'm sure we'll figure out if he lived or not when the camera pans to Universe 2's spectator seats in the future. After this, we see Frieza get filleted a little by his little self-admitted Kohai, Frost, who appears and starts spilling the beans about him and his senpai. Frieza is a traitor! Apparently. Seeing those two interact in front of other people was something I actually was looking forward to, since Frost is basically Babby Frieza when you think about it. Something I found really funny is the two don't really do anything all that evil at first. Just kind of talk and be all chummy, not revealing any evil plans, and most of the space that should be filled with Mwahaha! Caca carrot cake! I will use the Dragonballs to make myself immortal, and we only have 4 minutes until Namek explodes! And it instead fills it with Krillin and Roshi speculating and freaking out about what Frieza's plan might be. It brought a couple of giggles out of me, I'm going to admit, and it really does highlight that Super is just a little bit different from how Z was, a lot more focused on comedy than the pure action and mustache-twirling evil. But once the pleasantries are done, Frost gives his ultimatum. Burp this filthy monkey if you're really into the betrayal business. Frieza then starts to beat the tar out of Gohan. Or so one would think. Just over 10 episodes ago, we saw Frieza hold his own, and perhaps even be a little bit stronger than Goku. So, why is knocking out Super Monkey Ball Jr. taking so long? Gohan's not even in Super Saiyan, let alone his Mystic form, and Frieza has no impetus to make a show out of it. He's doing the big betrayal. So why is Gohan getting hits in? It makes no sense whatsoever, but Gohan does eventually whip out his Mystic form, to which Frieza responds with his golden form. You'd think that this would be the moment where Gohan gets atomized, right? Since this is the same golden Frieza that did a double KO on Blue Goku, but no. Once again, Mystic Gohan gets some licks in, though he is eventually taken out, but it's way, way, way closer looking than you would think. With Gohan seemingly out for the count, the betrayal is on, and Frost comes in for some good old tag team gloating. I think it's about here where I started to cotton on to old Freezer's game, right about when he starts talking shop. They had a clear opportunity to toss Gohan off the side, but now Frieza's asking if Frost wants to see something cool? Wait, his full power form from his big fight on Namek? There has to be something going on here. Oh, and now Frost blasts off the stage. There's a term for this. But what was it? Alright.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
When Frieza turns around and explains his bamboozle, I was actually bouncing in my seat. It was genius. Frieza's been built up as this massive king bastard since this tournament started, and yes, I highly doubt he won't go through this tournament without doing something to screw everyone over for his own benefit, but for the moment, he's one of the most volatile and dangerous dudes in the arena, but he's on our side. And when he tells Gohan to just win and, ganbate, do your best, I almost believed him for a moment. Frieza's just a scary, scary dude, and I honestly find myself kind of rooting for him now. Also, my question is answered. What happens when you break the rules? You get erased. Just you. Your universe breaks the rules twice, though, and you're all gone. I mean, the punishment could have been laid better out at the start, but, bye, Frost. Seeing him just get immediately erased, and only him, sent chills down my spine. We've seen 2 whole universes get erased now, but this one actually got me. Maybe it's because the Omni Kings literally went, screw this guy in particular. Or maybe because we actually knew Frost. But damn, Zen-chan, you scary. When all said and done, I think I really, really like this episode. It's not my favorite episode so far, because I think the Master Roshi ones have more of an emotional payoff. But from a pure action point of view, and like the twists and turns of, oh boy, I'm evil, except I'm not. I think this one really does win out. I do like Frost's interaction with Frieza, and Frieza's interaction with Gohan, and how this would not have worked with anyone but Gohan. I think Gohan was the only one that would be smart enough to notice that Frieza was pulling his punches, and then be smart enough to realize, wait, no, I should roll with this. Hang on a minute. I don't know. Let me know what you think down there in the comments. This is a really cool episode, and I feel like this one could be open to a whole bunch of discussion, so let's get some of that started down in the comments, and I'm going to respond to all of them. Hey there everybody, thank you all for watching this Staring At. I also want to give a big thank you to my patrons that are on the screen right now, and if you want to join them and get on this list and gain access to the Patreon Discord channel and be able to just say, hey Nas, you should do a Staring At, review, react, let's play, whatever of this thing, and have it be guaranteed to add it to the list, then you could just chuck a couple dollars into the Patreon bucket. Thank you all for watching, remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you around the hoop.